A capacity crowd of 15,000 fans jams the Missouri Sports Palace for the annual Cage Classic. The West team is going to be coached by Fred Schaus of Los Angeles, the East by Red Auerbach of the champion Boston Celtics. And here they are warming up on the floor now, the greatest basketball players in the world. On the West squad, which will be wearing the white jerseys, fellas like Walt Bellamy of the Zephyrs, Bob Pettit, Frank Selvey, Oscar Robertson, Wayne Embry, Cliff Hagan, Bailey Howell, Gene Shue, Elgin Baylor, Frank Twyman, LaRusso, West. And on the East squad, in the dark, Shays, Russell, Knowles, Guerin, Arizin, Wilt the Still Chamberlain, Cousy, Heinsohn, Green, Greer, and Sam Jones. The referees will be Sid Borgia and Willie Smith. Here we go. There's the center jump. And it's Elgin Baylor scoring first for the West. The East matches it. That's Cousy, the great ball handler, number 14. To Chamberlain. Oscar Robertson leading the drive. They play 12-minute quarters. And, of course, the 24-second rule is in effect. That means that the offensive team is required to shoot at the defensive team's basket within 24 seconds after they get possession of the ball. And if they don't, they lose the ball. Also, in National Basketball Association basketball, they do not permit the zone defense. Robertson again driving. Another score for the East as Chamberlain backs up the play and taps it in. West out in front, 15-8. Cousy driving. Under the basket there. It's good. A very good feed to Richie Guerin, who dumped it in. And a good tap in by Bellamy. The shooting percentage in National Basketball Association records is phenomenal. The basketball players themselves are also phenomenal. The average player in the National Basketball Association is about 6.5 feet tall. But you'll notice that in spite of their giant size, they have tremendous speed and coordination, marvelous agility. Look at that follow-up by Baylor, and then the great defensive work by Bill Russell. Chamberlain, 7 feet 1, dumps one in. Richie Guerin driving, beautiful play. That's Pettit, and in she goes. Good follow-up again by Chamberlain. And at number 22 in the West is Baylor, Elgin Baylor, who was fouled while making the basket. 31-21 in favor of the West. That's Bill Russell, who was stunned for a little bit on that last play under the basket. He'll be back. Baylor in. Elgin Baylor. And so at the end of the quarter, it's the West 35, the East 22. Second quarter underway. Beautiful jump shot from the corner by Willie Knowles. Rebounded by Pettit. That's Pettit again. Good. Bill Russell with a left-handed hook shot that goes in. The East driving hard. Al Greer with the ball. Play was broken up. They get another shot at it, and that's Russell dropping one in. (39-32) at this point in favor of the West. Elgin Baylor again. Russell on the pivot, handing off to Heinsohn. That was Jerry West. Dropped that one in from the side. Today, of course, the one-handed shot is the thing in professional basketball for the most part. Chamberlain, boxed in and all, still gets the shot away. Cousy driving. Under the basket there to number 9, Guerin. Beautiful follow-up by Bellamy. Cousy tried a tricky one that time that backfired. 53-45 at this point in favor of the West. That's Robertson to Bellamy. In and out. Followed up by Baylor. Whoop. Furious battling under the basket. And it's dunked in by Chamberlain. Back and forth she goes. A real great battle in the All-Star game at St. Louis. That's the West bench. Freddie Schaus, the coach, on the end. Again, in this one, the shooting percentages are phenomenal, and some of those fellows are making half of all the shots they take. That was Oscar Robertson on the free throw. Here's Cousy driving in. A long one. A desperation toss just as the half ends with the score, 64-60 in favor of the West. Third quarter underway now with the East with a problem on their hands because they have that 64-60 deficit. East in the dark and the West in the white. Play broken up by Baylor. This is Bill Russell. Cousy. Russell again. That's Pettit, who's done a splendid rebounding job tonight, as well as some outstanding offensive work. That's Bellamy. Chamberlain puts it in. Bellamy on the pivot. Back to Oscar Robertson. And it's in. Dumped in by Pettit. Robertson in. Good driving layup. Robertson again. And this time it's Richie Guerin matching the basket. Bellamy feeds to Robertson. It's good. Layup by Bellamy. Robertson scoring. (87-74) in favor of the West, who've increased that 4-point halftime lead. That was jumped in by Wayne Embry, who's just come in the ball game. Matched by the East. And it's a furious battle, as expected. Back and forth they go. Tremendous ball handling, marvelous shooting, great defensive work, real good battles under the basket, and a tremendous demonstration of speed and ability. Robertson making the basket.